Folks, as promised, today is Saturday. Getting ready to go into August. Wanted to give you all an update on the Commander Masters collector box situation. Told you I'd report kind of how the demand and patrons in the market. Just want to kind of let everybody know kind of how things unfolded. So, if you were living under a rock, almost pretty sold out. I always keep a little bit for myself in some box opening videos. Profit obviously is awful on it. If you're anyone involved in this stuff and you have, a bunch of locations and employees and things like that, congratulations, you aren't going to make any money. I think the most interesting thing about the results of my Commander Masters collector box sale in the last 24 hours is probably the response and feedback from patrons. So, just so you know, I sold Commander Masters collector boxes. And if you just wanted a couple boxes, the price was in like the 180 shipped. Now, if you wanted a lot of boxes from me, I literally offered them to you for about 166 shipped a box. And I know that's absolutely, people are going to be going, wait, what? Yes, you heard me right. So a lot of patrons who place larger orders, I did allow larger orders to go all the way down to $166 shipped per collector box, and then like $169 a collector box, and the smaller orders go to the 170s. And I think what was interesting to me is overall, people are pretty happy and excited to get these collector boxes, and they were actually excited about a lot of the cards and pools in this product. The thing that the vibe I got was people really weren't upset with the card pool, and even the card art. I personally kind of like the portrait thing, the kind of the portrait arts, and actually some of the mythics being downshifted to rares, which I didn't even realize was a big thing. But the biggest overhang was, again, the amount of people saying just the fact that Wizards was selling set boxes to stores for $320 a box, and stores have to sell for $350 to $400 to make even a few bucks. That really made many people just say, I'm not buying no matter what. So the number one complaint on this product is similar to a Magic 30 situation. And that is, people really aren't upset on the particular cards themselves. They're just the growing anger of the constant ratcheting up of the price point. And yes, that's what happened with Baldur's Gate last year, where, Baldur's Gate collector boxes were being sold to stores for $150 a box, let's say, instead of $230 a box. Well, if stores paid $150 or something and could just sell them for $170, $180, we really wouldn't have had an absolute nuclear disaster. And stores it was a mess. I don't want to go back to it. So the issue, again, is not necessarily the cards or the products that Wizards of the Coast is producing. It continues to be the genuine concern, credibility, and lack of consumer confidence towards the direction of the company, which is forcing people to kind of throttle back. And I know, Rudy, yeah, you in the back, Timmy, he wants me to remind you all on camera that these are game pieces and they should all be cheap. But I know that's like an internet meme at this point, but the ecosystem of the way this works is very complicated, and there's a lot of variables, and we're not going to get into that in this video. But what I do want to comment, just to make it very simple, is remember, the only reason Wizards can raise prices higher and higher and get people to buy them is if the cards are expensive. If the cards aren't expensive, and buy the singles you need, if the cards themselves continue to get reprinted too many times, and it's like enemy fetch lands. If they reprinted enemy fetch lands again in the next 6 months, they're going to go down to like $5 to $9, $6, $7 a card. I mean, what are they now? 10 to 20 bucks? Not 50 to 100. So there's a point where it gets diluted and erodes away, where you kind of can have a problem, because in Wizards of the Coast eyes, they need these cards. Again, they can't publicly state it for legal reasons, but the cards have to be expensive to allow them to raise the prices, period. So I look back at, I've been looking at the data of the last 24 hours, and and I look at some of the patrons who bought the most amount of collector boxes from me just so they could get the cheapest 166 shipped. No additional shipping. No, when you go to send Rudy a payment, I don't make you pay the PayPal fees. I'm not going to ask for your zip code. I don't do that dumb shit. I'm old-fashioned. If the price is this, if it's $166 a box, I'm not going to, you don't click a button and say, you owe me an extra $80. No. So it's just so interesting that a lot of people are really excited and enjoying Commander Masters, but just that overhang and frustration of just this, it's almost, I don't want to say like a paranoia, but it's just, you can feel the concern of, okay, this time at the end of the year, this time next year, our set box is going to be 600. I mean, how much are they going to go until it's almost like they're testing us, So the report to you all, I want you to know is, yeah, I was on the hook for about $2 million of collector boxes, okay? I've been working on this for a while to try to get special pricing, do something special, because again, if you weren't aware, I sold my collector boxes of Lord of the Rings for $3.99 shipped, and it blew out in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and a lot of people were upset. There's a lot of problems, so I knew on the next, whatever the next specialty set was, which happened to be a master set, I wanted to kind of make up for it by doing as cheap as possible, committing a couple $1 million, going all in to allow the patrons to get the best price possible to kind of make up for the blowout and disaster of my previous sale. Now, obviously, I can never predict how the set's going to unfold, or if it's going to skyrocket or tank, or even now, trying to predict that, I have no idea. But the only thing I can control is like, hey, the last set blew out. It wasn't the way I liked it. It didn't allow patrons enough time to buy it, so I wanted to make up for it this time. Now, moving forward, before we end this video, just a short video today, because like I said, we're doing a lot of paperwork behind the scenes to get ready for next week. And I think what's surprising me again is just, I didn't think people were this excited about the set. That really caught me off guard. Again, there were still hundreds and hundreds of I'd probably say over 1,000 patrons still place small orders for just a couple boxes, just because they told me, they're like, dude, me and my buddy each want to crack one box. We want to keep one box. Still very normal behavior and very normal, genuine excitement to get the product. And that hasn't been killed or removed, or that isn't dead yet in the world of Magic. People are still, even though it's an endless, hype loop of, wait, I'm anti-hype? What year is this, 2023? Anti-hype! It's an endless spoiler season of hype. Well, it's supposed to be, right? People still really enjoy Magic. They enjoy the art. Right now, the textured, trying to go after the jeweled lotus thing. I mean, they enjoy it. Some people it's maybe gambling related, and they may have addiction issues, which you should be careful about that. Don't leverage, go into debt. Like I said, that can ruin your life. Be very careful if you have that stuff. Seek family and friends. But I mean, people still really enjoy it. Okay. So that's I wanted to report kind of the feedback in a short little video here. Like I said, moving into Sunday, we've got the Commander deck set sale. And then next week, going into August, yes, folks, we're going into August with the big Pokemon launch. And of course, we've got that special Rudy's version of Magic 30 celebration coming in August. And we got some, custom artwork made up. We hired some artists and different people to, do a custom artwork for us, for the patrons. We got some, judge foil promos that are going to be included for the patrons and everything. It's going to be a fun little, kind of our version of having fun. So that's coming in August. So I'd say the biggest thing in August is I think we have a big Weiss Hololive, and another Hololive coming. And then we got the Pokemon release, which will be, of course, boosters and ETB cases for the patrons. We got our own little Magic 30 celebration in August. And then towards the end of August also, we should have the Rudy the Crane Eater, the MetaZoo promotion. It's going to be a small one because MetaZoo has a very special, I think they're calling it Legacy. So it's kind of like a special version of previous cards with like different art and different versions. It's just little spell books. But we're going to have the Rudy the Crane Eater promotion where you get like the Rudy promo. And then you have like a red and a blue and a yellow crayon, and the artwork connects, and you make like a crayon. It's kind of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know people have been asking me about it. So I think that's really all we have going in August. And then, yes, before I end the video, because if I don't say it, I'll get blown up again. Yes, September, we are launching the beta sorcery launch with the exclusive nude Frank Fernenza artwork, promo card, playmats, booster boxes. It's a little bundle we're doing. I think it's going to be 2 or 3 booster boxes with the starter pre-constructed, the decks, the nude card. And so yes, that we've been working on that for months. That's going to be the end of September. So that's what we have lined up and coming, folks. As always, I appreciate you guys viewing and support. And as always, this channel and this video is sponsored by myself and you guys for watching, so I appreciate it. And that's about it. I'm excited to do some box openings in the coming weeks. I'll sign up some patrons to do that soon. And I just really, a lot more people were excited to just actually get Commander Masters and open some packs. But when you look online, I mean, other YouTubers and social media, I mean, every single Silk Road and MySpace post says, Commander Masters going to 0. I'm not buying it until it's the Amazon dump and it's $29. I mean, the negativity's in full force, but I know social media culture, that's what gets the clicks, not videos like this. But it's just been, it really caught me off guard. Because like I said, committing to $2 million worth and, having this many collector boxes and everything, I didn't expect that, I would keep one pallet of collector boxes and over 9,000 collector boxes would sell last night. Yeah, I just didn't expect that. It was just more than I thought would happen, because I was like, well, I'm just gonna, we'll just keep it and whatever, just add it to the Rudy Indiana Jones vault. But it was really people. I know it's a hot take, but people really do still enjoy Magic, folks. They're upset with the price gouging in Hasbro's direction, but the love for Magic does live on, folks. And I know that may make people unhappy and trigger you, but the data shows people do still love Magic. So have a beautiful day.